London Underground started at 8 p.m. tonight, increasing pressure on the government to find a solution for what is now looking like a new winter of discontent. Shadow Cabinet spokesman Charles Lindsay today attacked the government's domestic policy and claimed that...
Isn't he the man who had the fling with the guy?
Who knew the girl that sold the thing?
And claimed that commuters were being made the pawns of yet another political battle between the government and the unions. New Labour came to power on a wave of optimism, particularly in the public
Don't you two have homes to go to?
Tube strike. It's raining, no cabs.
We train you to be resourceful. I'm sure you'll find a way.
Maybe we could book out a pool car on strike days?
Operational purposes only, I'm afraid. I can provide you with specially designed waterproofing equipment. Standard field officer issue. You press this button here.
Air traffic controllers, railway staff, firemen. The government must be asking itself, what next?
Platoon! Platoon! Jump! Well, turn to the right! Right! Turn! Charge of fighting, contrary to Section 43A of the Army Act. The accused, Corporal Eric Woods, wishes to make a statement to a senior officer outside his regiment.
Sir, I wish to inform you about a situation, a matter of national security. We have an enemy within. I can name the man who poses the single biggest threat the British Army is currently facing. The man who rank and file army thinks walks on water. Major Samuel Curtis. Major Curtis may be a hero to a generation of junior ranks. He may have a chest full of medals and a place in the public heart. But it is my duty to inform you that he has the power to destroy our army. You see, Major Curtis is planning industrial action, a laying down of arms. This government is about to face a mutiny from the British Army.
What's going on today in the wonderful world of espionage?
Well, the tube dispute's ongoing. Our people inside the RMT and the TGWU say they're just about to get back into the ring. Possible wildcat actions planned?
What's the headline intel?
Well, I've only had time to check the overnight grade 1 headers. There's an avalanche coming in from our union sources.
Almost 50 agents in key sectors now all saying the same thing.
Specifically?
Well, that while the government's got its back turned on domestic issues, the unions are gathering strength.
Stay on it. Keeping this country's infrastructure working is part of defending the realm. Next. How's Tom getting on?
Enemy front! Enemy front! Enemy front! Trees opposition! And man! Look up, man! Hold on, wait one. Get it! Ready! Down! One section assaulting! Whoa! Stop!
What are you doing?
Everyone all right?
Sir.
Weapon. Never, ever forget. The SA-80 individual weapon cannot, under any circumstances, be fired from the left shoulder. Do so, the cocking handle will break your jaw, and you'll get a face full of red-hot metal casings, even when firing blanks. I'm afraid that's the standard issue British Army rifle. Learn to love it.
Yes, Major Curtis.
Not your fault, you didn't design the bastard. David, and X, return your men to barracks.
Sir.
Sergeant Major Baker, stand the rest of the men down.
Sir. And next! And next!
Tom has been contacting us daily at 0700 and 2300 hours without fail. Curtis's company are next in line for overseas deployment as required, so they're on full-time exercise. But there are some morale problems on base. Tom photo messaged this over from his mobile last night. Fancy spending 9 months away from home on crap pay, provide strike cover for firemen, earning twice as much money for 6 months' work, and face the possibility of being killed for a country full of greedy, pathetic, and selfish individuals? Sign below. Army, be depressed.
Well, it's a fair point.
Satire never brought a country down.
Curtis is a soldier's soldier. He'd rather be in the company of his men than sitting behind a desk. He takes full part in all exercises. But Woods, our whistleblower corporal codenamed Nightingale, has come up with no proof, no evidence that Curtis is planning mutiny.
We could be wasting our time.
No strike cover for industrial disputes. No security backup in case of major terrorist incident. Britain's interests overseas put in severe jeopardy every tin pot general from Somalia to poor, sad little North Korea, and all points in between gloating on CNN. The special relationship with our cousins severely embarrassed. Until we know for sure, it's not time wasted. So, what do we know about Curtis?
Well, Sam Curtis led 5 men over 200 miles of Iraqi desert in 1991 and was the subject of a best-selling account of the operation. Eric Woods glassed a fireman in a pub and then put the spotlight onto Sam Curtis in a bid for leniency. He could be playing us. I say we just pass this over to Army intelligence.
Curtis's reputation precedes him throughout the country. It'd be like asking the Vatican to prove Mary wasn't a virgin. He's a military legend, a public hero, the sort of Englishman who'll end up with a statue in Trafalgar Square and a building named after him in Whitehall. Chief of Defence Staff is adamant this is our jurisdiction. If Curtis is guilty, we've got to stop him. Thank you all.
What if we went on strike?
Well, if the Army went on strike, it'd be pretty damn obvious once the Chinese Red Army started marching down Whitehall. If we went on strike, I don't think anyone would notice.
Sir?
Afternoon, sir. Afternoon.
You're late.
Game of poker on a big pot.
3 more minutes, I would have assumed you were compromised. Pulled the operation.
Yeah, well, you didn't, and I'm not.
Right, I've been here 2 weeks. Curtis has said half a dozen words to me. You run his diary, you push me in front of him, okay?
Yeah, there's movement. Curtis is reassembling his old team, the crew from Desert Storm. Sergeant Major Baker's not the only one. 2 more men are shipping in tomorrow, Wallace and Parks.
Why's that significant?
The bondsmen forged in battle are the strongest you'll find. Curtis trusts them. He can't run an industrial action solo. He needs men beneath him, spread it through the ranks. Curtis is moving his pieces into place.
How many officers are up for it?
19.
Budget?
125.
125 quid, is that it? We can't afford something like this on $6.50 an officer.
6:57, actually.
What about time, date, location?
1900 hours, 21st. Budget means we'll have to do it at home.
What's the transport infrastructure going to be that night?
Well, there are no tube strikes planned, if that's what you mean.